Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Today we're going to be tanning a deer hide that Moriah shot up on our property this past fall. It was her first deer. It was a button buck. So I'm going to tan it. Me and Keen are going to tan it for her so she can, have that memory of it. And here's some of the things we're going to be using to tan this deer hide.
So first you're going to need a fleshing knife, which is probably one of the main things you're going to want.
Yeah, to get all that
stuff off the deer.
Yep.
And then next you're going to need the hide tanning formula made by deer hunters and trappers.
Show them. And we'll put a link for some of this stuff in the description just so you guys can get it. Another thing we're going to use is just a regular old knife, pocket knife, to get some of that extra thick fat or meat that's still left on the hide. And we're going to use a drill and with a wire brush at the end when the hide is done. Just using that wire brush to loosen up that hide to make it a little more softer. And we're also going to use some non-iodized salt to help cure the hide. So come along and follow along as we show you step by step how we're going to do this hide. Thank you. All right, we're going to start off by taking the fleshing knife and really putting some pressure on this to get this stuff off, this stuff out of here. Can you get me a box or something, or a piece of
trash?
Yeah, to throw this stuff out. You really want to get all this garbage off of here to where the skin right in here, where it's like this bluish white. You get it down to there, and then you know you're doing pretty good. But this hide has been shot pretty good. So it's going to take some work.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of work, huh?
No. You can see up here. Take that stuff off the blade. And just keep pushing down. And it'll just start coming off.
There you go.
Just give it a good even pressure to get that fat and meat off of it. See, right here's where I might take a knife. And be careful you don't cut the hide. I mean, even though you could stitch it up, here's where this is going to be a problem.
Is there a hole?
Yeah, that's where the bullet hole is.
Can you wash all that blood off or no?
Yeah, we will. You can take all this fat off. And where the bullet went in. We'll probably do a, what's that called when you make it go fast?
Time lapse?
Time lapse, so you don't have to sit here and watch the whole thing and listen to our gibberish. So we'll be back with you in a couple minutes. This right here is what you really want it to look like. Sort of that bluish white, so that then you know you're sitting there pretty good. And just keep going and working it. You don't have to be in a hurry. See, now it's starting to really
work your way around the...
Yep, just keep working it. Well, it's coming off.
Maybe we gotta sharpen it.
No. Just got to keep working the hide, and I just keep turning it. You can see it's coming off. And remember, the salt's going to take some of this extra stuff off. Thank God I'm wearing a shirt that's no good because I'm leaning on it. And you got to make sure you get every spot on this hide.
Wonder if it'll smell if you miss a spot or something.
I don't know. This is our first time doing this, so we're going to find out the hard way. But I know the hide's supposed to look like that blue, so we're doing pretty good. Just where that bullet hole is, that's going to be a pain in the biscuit. Can't believe I just used that word.
Dude, you're pretty cringe, not gonna lie.
I know, that was pretty cringe.
Ugh.
I'm having to give it pretty good pressure to get some of this nasty stuff off there. But it's coming off nice now.
Yeah. Get the hang of it.
Yeah, it just takes a little bit to get the hang of it.
Especially if you've never done it before.
Yeah. But it's working pretty darn good. See, I mean, look how nice that's coming off. Just by rotating the hide.
Might be the play. Oh, that junk. Comes off like butter though.
Yeah. Then I'll turn the hide another way and come back and get that all off.
Luckily the deer wasn't that big, so it's not gonna be too much of the...
Yeah. All right, now we've got it fleshed, and now we're gonna just dump a bunch of salt on this, try drying it out, and then we'll have to wait. You'll keep the salt on it for 24 hours. We'll roll it up, flesh on the flesh side, and then flip it again, fold it again, and then after 24 hours, we'll come back out. We'll clear off all the old salt, and we'll dump more salt on it. So let's get this bad boy salted now.
It's like a chunk in there or what?
It must be. But don't, use as much as you can. You want this hide to dry up and start curing. There's a big chunk of salt in here. Use as much as you can. And then you'll have to come back and rub it in right when we're done.
Might have to buy more.
Oh yeah, we got more.
Think that would be enough?
Yeah. Now you just rub it in with your hands. Every nook and cranny needs the salt.
Oh, miss a spot, miss a spot.
Yeah. Then, like I said, flip it flesh side to flesh side. Then flip it over, or fold it this way, and fold it that way. And then where's that 5-gallon bucket? Put it in the 5-gallon bucket. Leave that sit for 24 hours. And we will see you back here to open this hide back up, clean off all the old salt, add more salt to it, and then fold it back up and put it in the bucket again. We'll see you in 24 hours. Thanks, guys.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's been 24 hours.
Now today we've got the hide laid out. We're gonna wipe off all the old salt, clean it up a little bit, and then put some more salt on it, fold it back up, put it back in the 5-gallon bucket, and let it sit for another 24 hours and see if it needs to go another round or not. And then if it don't, then I think we'll have to wash it. Let's start cleaning this off. Getting as much as the old salt off as we can. My wife will kill us if she sees me putting the salt on the floor of the garage, but I'll have to clean it before she notices. You can see it's starting to dry a little bit or something because it's really starting to wrinkle up a little bit. So I'm assuming that's good. We'll find out. Like I said, this is the first time we've done this. So if we can do it, you can do it. All right, we're gonna dump some more salt on it and spread this over again. Oh man, I got this. Put as much as you want on here. I mean, just not too little.
Probably the more the better.
The more the better, yeah. And you want to cover, like we said previously, you want to cover this whole hide good in salt. We'll have to let this sit another 24 hours. Grab that end can, fold it to the appropriate sides.
And then
hold on. We don't want this salt coming off, so cover it up. Oop, I shouldn't be locking the camera. Oh, this side's longer. All right, then
fold it in half or what?
Fold it in half.
And roll it up.
Where you grab that 5-gallon bucket? Oh, it's right behind me. Put it back in the bucket. And you're done for another, oh, look at this. All right, we're done for another 24 hours. So we'll be back in 24 hours to see if it's done and if we need to wash the hide. Thanks, guys. See you in a little bit.
Hey guys, it's been another 24 hours here. We're going to take this salt off and then we're going to put it in that stuff over here. I'm going to let them explain to you guys what it is.
Just a brine, a salt brine. for every 1 gallon of water, you have to put a ½ pound of non-iodinized, whatever that word is, salt in there. Put warm water, stir that salt in, and then you gotta let the water cool off. Then we gotta come and get this salt off, and then we have to soak it in the brine for about 6 to 8 hours. So let's get going to getting the salt off.
Don't let me make you look bad.
If you gotta get any of the remainder fat or membrane off, get a knife out and cut that off, or take that wire wheel for your drill and get it off. But I think we've got most of it off pretty good, so I don't think we're gonna have to do that. This is the time to get it off of here right now.
There's a lot of salt on this side.
No. Anywhere you can get any extra stuff off. Here's another piece. Okay guys, welcome back. It's been a little over 8 hours, and now I'm going to rinse the hide off in some Dawn dish detergent to clean off this hide. Let's get at it. Then after this we have to hang it up to dry. Now this is when we really want to get this bad boy, the fur clean, get all the blood out of it. This is what it's gonna probably end up looking like. Wow. Like I said, this is the first time we've done this, so this is all new for us. I mean, it looks pretty nice so far. This might not be a good idea, but I'm gonna give it a shot just to make sure it's nice and clean. Getting that grease off, any grease off of it. I want to get any of this grease off of here. And that old salt. Then I'm going to hang this up to dry. And then put the tanning liquid on it after that. All right, I'm gonna hang it to dry and be back when it is dry. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, the microphones weren't working, so I'm just going to do a voiceover on this. Right now I'm just explaining the hide solution. You have to warm it up in warm water for 30 minutes and then take it out, shake it really well, and shortly here you'll see I'm gonna mist the hide to rehydrate it right here. Just misting some water. I'm just going to rehydrate it. Just a little bit of water. Make sure you shake the hide solution very well. And the hide must be at room temperature. Apply an even layer of solution to the flesh side. And make sure to wear gloves. And then you massage the hide solution firmly into all areas of the skin. And since this was sort of a small hide, I didn't use quite the whole bottle, but be very generous with the hide solution. And once you're done with that, fold the skin side and leave overnight 12 to 16 hours. And after that, open the hide flesh side up and let dry slowly over 2 to 3 days. And as it dries, stretch the skin periodically. Pull and stretch until it's to a satisfactory texture. I hope I explained this well enough for you to understand. Guys, this is what we've got with the deer hide. I sewed up some spots. You can still sort of see where the bullet hole was, but there's nothing more I can do about that. You know, we worked this on a board and used that wire wheel to thin out the hide. And it turned out pretty good. I mean, it's not as soft as I want. It's going to be hung up on the wall, so I wasn't going to work it too much and make it too soft. It was just going to be hanging up on the wall. It turned out real nice for a first time, you know, and it's still pretty soft. But there's some things, you know, when you're working that hide, you got to be careful when you're working it that you're not puncturing any more holes in it like I did. I had a spot that I had to stitch up, created more work for myself. What do you think, Keen? How do you like it?
I think it turned out pretty good, honestly.
This is going to be for Moriah. It was her first deer this past deer season, and we figured we'd make this for her so she could have it to remember. So when she comes back, when she comes over, we're going to give this to her. So it turned out real nice. Let us know in the comments how you guys think it turned out. We appreciate you watching, and come back again. You have any comments?
Hope you guys learned something from this video so you can do it at home by yourself.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.